we've got a lot of cool stuff for you, Gemini. So let's go ahead and just get started. So the overall energy I pulled for you is the Four of Swords. Please keep in mind that, although this is intended for May, it doesn't just like stop May 1st and then go to May 30th or May 31st. These energies can linger around for a while. So this is something that you might be going through now as well. So, but I've got the Four of Swords. This is surrender, putting, a stop to all of the overthinking, all the overanalyzing, giving yourself a rest, accepting what is, accepting how you're feeling, going into observe mode, not so much action, but I just feel like when I'm holding this, I want to just say, just accepting what is and surrendering to the process, surrendering to, what's coming into your life, what's leaving your life. I just feel that quite strongly when I'm holding that. I did pull an angel advice card as well for the month, and I pulled Be Honest with Yourself. So it says, look into your heart and you will know the truth of this situation. It's safe to admit the truth to yourself, for we will support and guide you through any necessary changes. Lean upon us for courage and the strength to take good care of yourself. Focus only upon your true desires and they will come to you upon angels' wings. So be honest with yourself is the angel message for the month of May. I just feel like this month, I really want to tell you, Gem, sometimes it's really hard for gems because I am a Gemini, so I completely understand. We're very much a mind sign. We're ruled by the mind. We've got very active minds, overactive minds. Sometimes our minds can really work against us because we just analyze. But this month, I really feel like I want to say to you, some of you might be having to take a leap of faith. I really want to say, let go of the logic and trust your intuition, because I feel very strongly like a renewed sense of direction, a new purpose is going to be manifesting this month. I literally want to say, spread your wings, step into your truth. I just feel a lot of empowerment, letting go of the worry, and also not being so hard on yourself, knowing that you can set out to do whatever it is that you want. You have the power inside of you to do that, to create abundance. And I also want to say too, for some of you, I really want to encourage some creative writing. I feel like writing is, Geminis have very good communication skills. So for any of you who feel like you want to write, I'm feeling like I pick up on blogs, journaling, any type of creative writing. I'm going to definitely encourage you to do this month. I feel like it'll help you. Dream journaling, meditation journaling, it'll just kind of help ground you, for sure. Definitely will help with the grounding. So I feel a lot of you are actually very much going to be starting something new, something practical. It's like what you're here to do. You're understanding. It's like what needs to happen. And I want to encourage any of you who are being asked to step into your truth to please do so, in regards to career or finance or light working duties, whatever it is that you're feeling like you're being drawn to, do. I feel very strongly. I've got the Queen of Wands here, and this is all about stepping into your creativity, creating the life that you want, going after your passions. This woman, she knows what she wants. Nobody's going to stop her. She listens to her intuition and she just goes for it. She's very passionate. So, doesn't overanalyze, doesn't overthink. She just does it. She just creates. So I do feel like I want to say like, that's a really great feeling that I'm feeling right now. I actually feel some excitement. And I just love that. So please go for it. Definitely. There could be a little bit of a battle. I know sometimes, like I said, trusting the intuition can be a little bit of a hard thing, but just come from a place of love. Know that you're worth it, because I do feel like there's a lot of success. I feel wishes coming true, or leading down the path of wishes coming true, things coming into fruition that maybe you're like, oh, finally, I've been wanting this for 6 months. I've been wanting this for a year, whatever it is. I just feel like I want to tell you to wish upon a star, and believe that you are worthy of it, that you're capable of it, and that it's coming to you. Don't let any kind of, irrational thinking or immature thinking or anybody around you tell you differently. Just know that there's really no greater goal than to love yourself, to love others, to come from a place of love. And this will lead you to the path of fulfillment. I do also want to tell you that there's no need to worry right now about this new beginning. Again, you're being led down this path for a reason. You're being guided by your team. You have a lot of support. You don't need to necessarily know how everything's going to happen, but there might be a few of you as well that, it's just the fear, it's the worry. I have the devil here, so this is, codependency, attachments. Moving past your attachments might be a big one. In order for you to get this new beginning to take off for you. So I definitely feel like there could be something like that. It might not be for all of you, but it's an energy that is there. It's just the codependency inside of you. I also feel like the fear of abandonment, maybe some inner child issues that need to be worked upon in order for you to be able to, get over that, step into your power. I also feel like I want to say work on your solar plexus chakra and your sacral chakra. This will help you a lot. I definitely feel like you already know where you want to go. I feel, a lot of creativity. But there is some, you might find yourself battling it a little bit. And again, this is just the mind getting involved. I've got on the outcome card here, I've got the 5 of Swords. And this is just somebody who, they know where they need to go. They're feeling it. They're feeling it in their heart. They want to step out on their own. They want to be empowered. They want, to be led, or to allow themselves to be led down the path of emotional fulfillment, love, financial fulfillment. But they can definitely battle it. And it's just battling it for the sake of battling it, the mind getting involved. And I heard a great piece of advice the other day. I actually worked with Doreen Virtue the other day. I got to speak with her and it was really cool. And she said something to me. She said, Stephanie, the bigger your life purpose is, the more the ego gets loud and the more, darkness tries to get involved. And so, if you find yourself in this position, just know that it's just your ego and you can trust your heart, step into your creativity. At the center of the reading, I have the moon, which is, facing your shadow self, facing your shadow aspects, which makes sense basically on what I've just covered here. But, what's going to get you through that is meditation, expanding your consciousness, going within, getting quiet, quieting that mind, surrendering, not trying to control everything, not being afraid to ask your team or ask the universe, ask God, have a couple little, heart to hearts. I've certainly done that before. Because you do have the strength to do this. You do have the strength to face your fears. And sometimes, honestly, when we finally do face our fears, it's not as scary as what we thought. We just need to come from a balanced place, of giving and receiving to ourselves, allowing ourselves to receive. Sometimes we try to take control of how things are going to happen, or, we might not necessarily want to move forward until we see, A, B, and C happen, and then we'll let D happen. So, again, I just feel like I want to say, take some time to meditate, allow what's trying to leave and what's trying to come in. Trust your intuition. And there might be some fast action when that happens too, when you finally do decide, this is what I want, this is the clarity that I have, I'm moving forward. It'll be good, especially for those of you who I do feel like are moving towards love or are allowing the feelings that you have from your catalyst awakening to drive you forward. I want to say to release any guilt that you have associated with that. The heart knows. The heart knows. If you've got feelings of nostalgia or you've got feelings of, this is what my heart wants, but I know that this is what my mind is telling me this is the most logical thing to do. I don't want to hurt anybody. I don't, I just feel like I want to tell you to let go of the low vibrational energies of guilt and worry, because they're just not serving you. When you live in a place of guilt, worry, anger, resentment, it doesn't really leave room for high vibrational feelings such as love and happiness and abundance and perseverance. So, yeah. Again, I also feel like some of you are actually going to be really coming into clarity as to why certain things and certain events had to happen. Things that maybe you might not necessarily have understood even just a few months ago. You're going, oh, okay, well, that makes sense. This had to happen because, it was for my highest good, or this had to happen because, had that not happened, I wouldn't be, here, whatever it is. There's definitely clarity there. But just remember as well that you don't necessarily have to like it. You don't have to like the, where you're being led. You don't. I've talked to a lot of clients who will say to me, I know this is where I'm supposed to be going, but I don't like it. And I do feel like I want to say to you, you don't have to like the awakening process, but it is happening for your higher good. Some of you might be refusing to see what it is that the universe is trying to offer you through all of these trials and tribulations. But I do want to say to you that, adversity sometimes is the best way for us to learn. So I hope that made sense. I also want to say to you, morning affirmations, positive expectations. For those of you who have worked with me, you know that I always recommend Abraham Hicks, because I do feel, a little bit of fear here. For those of you who are feeling like you have to step out onto your own, or you're being, pushed into a direction that you might not necessarily feel comfortable in, please remember that you are a limitless being. You can manifest whatever it is that you want into this reality. Maybe take some time to see things from a different perspective. Remember that you are infinitely abundant as long as you allow yourself to get into the vortex. I see. Some of you may have to make a choice. Seeing things from a different perspective will help you make that choice. And when I pull this card too, I even want to say, surrender to the uncertainty a little bit. I know that can be a challenge for Geminis because very logical, very practical signs. But surrender to the uncertainty a little bit. Allow yourself to be guided. Ask for signs. Ask for synchronicities. Ask for, even more clarity if you're feeling like you need it in regards to finance options or career options, or, don't be afraid to ask. Show me the way. So, and in the end here, I've got here at the, overcoming your ego, taming your that inner beast. I've got the strength card here. And that's going to be how you achieve success, is taming that fear inside. I love this card because the angel who's taming the beast has this beautiful infinity sign above her head. And like I was saying earlier, it reminds you that you're infinite, that you're limitless, that you can create whatever it is that you want into reality. You just got to get a grip on that that fear, that voice telling you that, oh, you can't do this, or whatever it is that you personally battle with, because you can absolutely do it. And again, I do feel like I want to say solar plexus chakra will help you with that as well. Yeah, stepping out of your comfort zone is going to be what's asked of you. And we're all going through this right now on the planet. There are so many of us who are being asked to step out of our comfort zone and to step into our truth. Despite, the fear and the worry. But again, it's for your highest good. And when you really go within and you really take the time to check in with your heart, it will make sense to you. Side note, I do feel like I want to say to those of you who don't get any alone time, or you have a hard time finding alone time, try to make time for yourself this month so that you can connect with that inner wisdom. Okay, I did pull an Ascended Masters card for us as well, and I pulled Horus, and it says, you are seeing this situation accurately. So I'm going to go ahead and read from the guidebook on this as well. So I just feel like I want to say again and again, just trust your intuition. As a Gemini, I know that has been quite a challenge for me on my journey. But it's amazing what can manifest for you when you actually tune in, sit down, and trust. Okay, it says, trust your feelings about this situation because they are accurate and valid. Let go of self-doubt, even in the face of others' opinions. Your spiritual sensitivity has helped you see the truth. Although it may be easier to go along with the crowd or to shrink into apathy, you're being called upon to take decisive action. You already know what to do. Even if people are not supporting you, know that Spirit is. Other people will soon come around to see your point of view. In the meantime, assume a leadership role. Additional meanings for this card: trust your intuition and your gut feelings. Ignore critics, naysayers, or skeptics. Avoid situations or relationships that do not feel right to you. Only you know what is correct for you. So great message there. I'm also going to pull 3 cards from the Doreen Virtue Magical Mermaids and Dolphins deck. For those of you who have watched me before, you know how much I love the practical messages on these cards. So go ahead and set your intentions. I'm also going to pull a Romance Angels card, as well as an outcome card from the Archangel Power card deck. So I actually really like this reading this month, Gemini. Yeah, there are some things that might have to, be worked upon or challenging you to step out of your comfort zone. But I mean, this energy is just amazing. You know, the star, getting creative, overcoming your attachments, releasing any kind of guilt, and stepping into your truth, for this new beginning to manifest for you. So the first card I have is Synchronicity. Your prayers and questions are being answered by synchronistic events. Notice them in order to increase their flow. So big one, whenever you're on any kind of an awakening path, it's crazy the synchronicity that can happen. Sometimes, I know when I experience it sometimes even, and especially in the beginning, it was like, oh my gosh, I wish somebody was just there to witness that happen because I can't believe that just happened. So pay attention to the numbers, pay attention to the messages in music, pay attention to repetitive things that are being said to you from, sometimes the same message will be said through like 5 or 6 people and you're like, why do I keep hearing that? Just pay attention to the synchronicities. The second card I have is Consult an Expert. More information is needed. Contact someone with expertise in this area. Immediately when I pulled this card, I felt like for any of you who are wanting to go back to school or are starting some sort of new endeavor, new business, like business plans, needing to get paperwork in order or getting your foundation set straight is what I felt. So that might only be applicable for a few of you, but I just felt like that. And the third card I have, Simplify your life. Eliminate clutter from your home and work life to balance the flow of activities. So pretty simple message there. I also feel like I want to say eliminate any kind of negative energy that's not necessary, or eliminate other people's opinions out of your mind as well. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and pull a Romance Angel Oracle deck card. Please remember that this doesn't necessarily have to be who you're with, or, it's just whoever you're thinking about while I shuffle these. Nice. Calling in your soulmate. Your prayers, affirmations, and visualizations help bring you together. This is great. This is what I was feeling this so strongly, wishes coming true. Once you empower yourself and step out of your comfort zone, release any guilt that you have for the feelings that you're feeling, and you're just truly honest with yourself, this is what tends to happen. Getting into alignment with yourself puts you on the path to fulfillment in every area. So, okay, I'm also going to pull an outcome card for the end of the month. I pulled the Emperor, this major arcana card. It says stability and efficiency, taking charge of a situation, ambitious plans. This couldn't be a better outcome. So, really great month for you, Gem. Yes, you might have to finally let go of some things that are no longer serving you, but it's going to be for your higher good. It's going to be so that you step into your power and you create your empire. So